Okay. So today in this meeting, we'll discuss about few things. First thing is that I thought of taking one extra topic that we missed out during the Python session, which is a bit important. That's why I thought of taking it today. That's one topic. And the next one is about projects. And the next one is about SDGs. We'll discuss about it in today's class. But before that, in last class, I asked two questions to everyone. So I want to know if you have any answers for that. Uh, I will send the questions in chat. Yeah. So I hope everyone can see it. So I want each and everyone's answer or your opinion on this. Yes, Shavi.
Brother, for the first question, I think it's very good if we use AI with learning, so the students can get more idea about that. If we missed anything, the AI will give more information about that. And for second question, for the new members, I think we should start from the basics, like Scratch or MIT Inventor, so they can get an idea of how coding feels like. Because in Scratch, it isn't actually like Python, but they can get an idea of what Python is. And also, in their school computer readers, the Python has already started, so they have an idea about what Python is.
Okay, yeah. So most of you, I guess, in your school itself, you're learning Python, right?
Yeah, brother.
Okay. So we don't have to go that basic now. All right. Okay. Thank you, Savi. Thank you for your answer. Okay. Anyone else?
Brother, what about class structure?
Class structure. Yeah. Like in the last Pioneers meeting, you were also there, I guess. We were discussing about uh, WeJump 2.0. Uh, Others might not know it, but I discussed with the answer, and later on, if I get any new information, I will share it with you. So for now, we'll not be starting it because so according to your answer, we'll be starting a new structured class learning method in Visum 2.0 for the next 5 years. So it is mostly like uh, team projects and stuff. So I'll explain that in detail later on. But for now, we'll continue with this. We'll focus on our projects and SDGs that we have. So yeah, we'll discuss on that later. Is that okay?
Yes, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Okay. Okay. Who's next? Yes, Tejasri.
Brother, for first question, if we learn AI, we can get more idea about other topics, and we can learn in the topics more detail. For second question, if we have from first onwards like Excel, Scratch, video like that, they can also understand about that.
Okay. So we must go a bit ahead with the like not too basic, but new stuff that they don't know. Am I right?
Yeah, brother.
Okay. Okay, Tejasri, thank you. Anyone else? It will be good if everyone answers because I want to hear everyone's opinion on this. Can be anything. You can also add on to any points that Tejasri or Chavi said, or you can share your own opinions or points.
If we are using AI for learning, then how are we going to use it? Is it like to help us with making projects or framing questions or something beyond, or to search or to know something that which is not known commonly? Like, how are we going to use AI with learning?
AI with learning, so the way it must go is that it must go on par with our learning. I mean, we should not completely depend on it on AI. Like if I said, if imagine I'm doing a project, and instead of say the topic was doing a calculator, and I don't just go to the AI and just like give me the code for the calculator. So that is the wrong way of using it. The right way is that we start with the code. If you don't get a logic, so I don't know how to like make add all of them in functions. I don't know specific logic of it, so I asked AI, or I completed the whole code, but still it's not working. The AI, I mean, the calculator is not working, the code is not working. There's some error, and I'm not able to find it. So that's when we use AI. Hope you I mean, that was the way I wanted to ask this question.
Yeah, in that way, if you think using AI will be even more like efficient.
Yeah, the reason I said is that now everyone has AI and everyone will use it. So why don't we make you use it and make it even better? Like right now, if we restrict everyone from using AI, I know that not everyone is going to not use AI. I know at least one of them will use. Even if they use, only their project will be better. The others will be, I mean, they would have done what they can, but the other one, it will be unfair, right? They would have done even much better. So if they are using AI with their learning and making codes in their own creativity, so ideas, uh, I mean, AI can give some ideas, but most of the creative ideas come from our human intelligence. So if everyone has the freedom to use AI, then they can make even more better. So it'll be fair for everyone. And we can see who is doing good with that, learning together with AI. So who does good with that?
Yeah, and also if they're using AI to in their projects, maybe they can also give some credits and all, so that
Hmm.
it's like they're merging their idea with the AI thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I think from now on, when we are when we are doing any projects or anything, everybody can use AI, and also it'll be good if they give a bit of credit so that others don't feel like some others feel like they know more than me, and I know very less. How did they do so well? So others question themselves. So I think it's good if they give like credits to it and also share their idea and what they learned from it. And like once they get anything from ChatGPT like AI, I think they should also slowly start learning those things, like how they can do without AI. Like as time progresses, they should also start to think in that level, right?
that's what I mean. If you're starting with the use of AI, then it must be a limited way. We can't like completely let them use AI, let everyone use AI. So if I completely use AI and don't use my intelligence, that's no use, right? That's fine.
Yeah, so this AI learning thing is very simple, I think, which all of us are mostly doing, right? Now,
Yeah,
what
I
about the
know.
second question? What we are to discuss on further? Are we going to discuss the same thing we learned in WeJump, or should we think of something else?
I mean, not everyone likes to go with Python. Some might have some other interests. Some might like Python, some might not. Some might find comfort in any other skills, maybe photo editing, poster making. There are lots of stuff. So I guess we must make it a bit more diverse rather than just going with Python, or like learning tools that can be useful later on for the project, team-based project later on that is going to come. So it might be useful for that. So learning just Python, I don't think it's that effective.
Yeah.
So any other opinions?
Brother,
Yes, Shavi?
well, you and Vaika sister were discussing. You told that in the first question, we should make. I mean, we should let them use limited AI. So you can't really make them use limited AI, because if you give assignments something, they can use AI. They may use AI. I mean, the good thing about it is they can understand. No, it will give answers quickly, and it will make you a simpler answers also, and it will be like 24/7 availability. So they can even ask in like 5 in the morning, it would still give answers. But the bad thing is they may use it to copy for assignments and everything. Even if you may not find out, I mean, you may, because since you know more about Python, you may find out that it's AI. But in some situation, you may not find out that they used AI. In that case, they use it as a shortcut instead of tools. So instead of taking help of it, they might use it entirely for the assignments or anything. So that's what I wanted to ask about it.
Okay, yeah. So it makes sense. You are right. People will always definitely go for shortcuts. We don't want that, right? And you are right on the point that we might not be able to say whether they used the AI completely or they did some of the work and not completely dependent on AI. So that's why I left the question for you. It's just a question. We're not implementing it yet, just so that we can discuss about it and implement it later. And if it works out, we will share it to others too. So that's why we need some methods for it, and we need to think about it, like how we
In my
can.
in my opinion, brother, I think we don't have to start with AI like from the starting. In the somewhere in the middle, we can like make them think. Okay, you can use this for a tool to understand this, or you can ask any of the leaders to explain it to you. Just a tool. Uh, like that in somewhere in the middle instead of starting it from the first.
Okay, so uh, your point is that we slowly start implementing it rather than just beginning with AI itself.
Yeah, brother.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
And for
Right.
the second question, in Python, I think we should ask them what do they already know. Like if they know a little bit of Python, that's okay. But some of them won't know about Python at all. So I think we should ask them first what do they know, or have they ever programmed before, and then like start according to their level.
Okay, but in that case, some of you in your class might be in beginner in Python. Some of you might have already like completely learned most of the topics in Python. So in that case, we might have to split the class a lot, right? So that'll be a bit difficult. That's what I'm thinking.
If the majority of them does not know much about Python, only the beginner level, so that time we can start a bit more from basics. But if many of them, except like one or two, know a lot about Python, we can just start. We can leave the basics and we can give an introduction about what Python is for those who don't know, and then we can start with not too easy, not too hard codes.
An intermediate course, okay. Yeah, that would work too. So that is if you're going with Python. And
Yes, brother.
in the question, I also wanted to know whether you want to continue with Python or need any other tools or something like that. So even in that case, also there'll be this difference, right? Like some of them might know it very well, some of them might not. So yeah, that is also one problem there. Okay, so these will be the topics that will be discussed. You can discuss it you can share your opinions in the group in one short message. If you are having any new ideas, you can share it in the group, like in a one whole message. You can put all your ideas. So yeah, we'll discuss this later on. And now we'll shift our focus towards projects. All right. So right now, just a small reminder, we did two projects. We are currently working on one. The other one is a bit complicated, so we're not going with it yet. So the project that we did last time, that was the EduLearn. Yeah, there we were doing Scratch projects. So I didn't still receive any other Scratch projects from you. Try to do it as much as you can. If you have exams, just try to do it after the exams because we need to keep working on it. So that is what we need to do on the projects part. Any doubts? If no doubts, then our next discussion will be about STGs. So in the last workshop, those were there in the last workshop, we worked with STGs. So the thing is that it's not over there. We have to continue working on the STGs. So I want to know like which STG you are from. So I want to know how many STGs you're taking here.
Like in conference, we have did.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we have STG 17.
Which one was it? Can you name it?
I really don't know about 17, but I know one or two, peace, justice, and
Peace, justice, and strong infrastructures. You are in my team, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
clean
brother, I
water
am also in your team.
Yeah, Leo, listen to.
sanitization, e
Yeah. So the thing is that, so I was thinking whether everyone in a team will choose a singular STG and then we'll work on it. Like right now, there are members from different STG teams. So why not from our team focus on one STG and we'll, yeah, yes.
Sorry, what does SDG stand for?
Yeah, it was social development goals, I guess.
Sustainable development
Sustainable,
goals.
sorry, yeah.
Development goals.
Yeah.
I
I guess yeah, you were not there for the conference. So I think the in the workshop that was in Bogadi, we did SDGs in a small scale. Do you
I
remember that?
no, I didn't attend that workshop too.
Okay. So the thing is that we have few SDGs, 17 or 18, and we have to take any one of them and we have to work or like plan according to it to solve that specific problem. Like few of the examples are like clean water and sanitation. So like we have that is a problem there. So we have to think for a solution for that and we have to start applying it in our society. So that is what STG is. I mean, that's what we are going to do. So I think we will choose any single STG and we'll start working on it. Yeah, others you can send which STG you were in the last workshop. If you attended it, you can send it in chat. Okay, for those who haven't attended the conference or forgot your STG, let's show you the website. All right. So yeah, this is the SDG website done by United Nations. So these are the SDGs. We have 17 SDGs. So yeah, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work, economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, partnership for the goals. These are the 17 SDGs. If you want, you can visit the website, sdgs.un.org. So yeah, there you will find the SDGs there. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, I have received 6 messages. Okay, 7. Anyone else left? Who didn't attend the conference here? Vaiga and? Is there anyone else who didn't attend?
Hitesh brother.
Okay, Hitesh was there, right? Nutan. Nutan didn't attend. Okay. And Hitesh also. Okay. Nutan and Hitesh. Okay, that's 3 members then. So we have two SDGs: clean water and sanitation, and peace, justice, and strong institutions. So which one should we go with? I can answer.
What are we going to do?
So we are going to choose an SDG now, and we'll work on that. So most of them are from peace, justice, and strong institution, and there are some of them from clean water and sanitation too. So since we have already worked on this part, I think we'll continue with these two. I mean, we can choose any one from that since we already discussed on that.
Peace, justice, and strong institution.
Okay, peace, justice, and strong institution. Okay, I think we'll choose that later on. For now, let it be. We have two options: clean water and sanitation, and peace, justice, and strong institution. Okay. All right. So we'll choose any one SDG. I will ask the other teams whether they have taken any SDG so that we don't overlap, and then we'll finalize. Okay. For now, those are the two topics that was projects and SDGs. And I want to ask everyone a question. How many of you know about functions in Python? You can raise your hand. Okay, only Vaiga, or is there anyone else? Any other students? Okay, I guess no, only Vaiga and me. All right. So Vaiga, can you just give a small introduction on what functions are for them, for everyone?
Yeah, I'll say, but I don't know if it will be clear. Okay. So in Python, when we are using some expressions, like let's say something with variables, and then when you have to use the same expressions multiple times, you have to write it again and again, right? So instead of that, it's like you're naming that expression, and then whenever you need to implement that, you're just calling it. Okay, so I'll just say clearly. uh, okay, in a simple way, let's say you want to find the area of a rectangle or something. Okay, so you have this simple formula, right? Like uh, what is that? Length into breadth. Am I right?
Yes, sister.
Mhm.
Yeah, sister.
Now let's say you want to. So this is kind of a formula. So this will give you the area. I mean the answer, right? So you want. So this is a small formula. Let's say you have a very big formula or something, and you have to use it multiple times. So instead of doing that, what you'll do is, this is the formula I have, right? I will name this. Let's say like the DEF uh, area or rectangle, and I will give the variables as length and LNB. So I'll just simply type it in the chat. Okay, so so I just type this thing, and below I give the formula like length into breadth. If I'm like expanding what I'm saying, you can just say okay. So this is some formula I have. Okay. Now what I'll do is, I'll give an input like Q, and I'll ask them to enter the area. Okay. enter the length, and I'll give another variable, let's say r, and I'll ask them to enter the breadth. So now what happened is, in the formula we have L and B. So next time when we need to use this formula, length into breadth, what I do is I call this function, and in the bracket instead of L comma B, what I do is I put Q comma R. Okay. So what happens is, in this formula length into breadth, the value of Q and R enters, and then it will return the value. So in between you have to write something like return and all. When you simply want the value just like that, you say return soon after defining the function. So here you're defining the function. I don't know what I'm saying is clear or not. Are you able to understand like what I just told?
Just
Yeah, sister.
Yeah. So maybe Kenneth can say it in more clear way. Kenneth, are you here?
I am here. Okay, thank you, Aiga, for the explanation. I hope everyone understood. Well, to make things more clear, I will show you some examples. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes, brother.
yes, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Okay. Wait. All right. So we know the basics, right? So let me just create a small function to like add two numbers. So like x is equal to, let's say, 5 and y is equal to, let's say, 10. Now print x plus y. All right. So this is a small function. I mean, it's not a function yet, but it does a small work, right? The work is adding these two numbers. Now, if I print it, I guess it's not connected. Yeah. So it might take a while. All right. So you know what the answer, yeah. You know what the answer will be. It's 15, obviously. It's very simple. We all have learned about it. So the thing is that now I want to add different numbers. So I have to like change the variables again. So I will change the variable to x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 10 again. And then I have to print it again. X plus y again. And then it will print 16 here. Yeah. So imagine I have to print 10 more like this with different values. So what if it was easier? What if I could just say add 1 comma 2? What if I could do it like this? Well, the answer is that you can do it only if you know how to do functions. Okay, I'll show you how to do functions right now. So a function is like a set or a block of code. All right. So you say we're just making few lines of code and assigning it some work. So right. So when we call that piece, it will start doing the set of functions or set of lines that was given inside that. For example, imagine there is a construction going on. All right. There's a big building, and then there's a big building going on here. So I say these five members, there are, let's say, 9 members. So right now, I teach the first 3 members, let's say, how to like put bricks on, all right, to build the walls here. I teach them how to like put the bricks, and then I keep them aside. And then next three, I teach them how to, let's say, make windows. All right. I teach them how to put windows, and I keep them aside. And the next three also, what shall I say? I don't know. Oh, yeah, painting. These three guys are for painting. So I teach them how to paint and they keep them aside. So I put names for each of them. So the first people, they do bricks. So I name them as bricks. Then the next three, I name them as what were they doing? Windows, right? Yeah, windows. I just type windows, and this one is paint. So now my handwriting is very bad, but yeah. So okay, these three are called paint. All right. So now I will call. Now guess I am building this building. All right. So right now I went to the top floor and I wanted to place these bricks. So at first I don't know to place the bricks, but I taught a few members, right? So I will call them. What was the name? Bricks, right? So I will call the bricks here. So they will come and do the work. Next, after they put the bricks, next I want the window guys, right? So I call windows all the way from top floor. I call windows, and windows comes up and does the window work, and the window work is done, and the bricks are also laid. Now after this, the only thing is that we have to paint, right? So to paint, I call the paint guys all the way from here. I call them, so they come and paint. So now the thing is that now I'm going to the next floor and I don't have to teach them again how to paint, right? They already know how to paint. So I just have to call their name and they will come and do the job. So I don't have to teach them from the beginning how to paint, how to place the bricks and all. Again, if I want to build another floor, all I do is that I just call bricks come here and they build the wall here. And again, windows, they place the window. And again, paint, they put the paint. That's all very simple. I don't have to teach them again and again. So that is what we're doing in Python. I'll teach you how to do that in Python. We erase everything. All right. So that is what we are going to do in Python. So first, I will give them a name. All right. This section, for the starting section, I will give them a name. A name for them will be, let's say, for now, the task is I have to teach them how to add two numbers. So how do you give a name? First, you define a function. How do you define a function? Just write def. That's it. That's how you define a function. What does DEF stand for? It means define. It's a short form for define. Now, after I type def or define, I can type any name I want. So in variables also you can type any name, right? Here also in variable I can type any name. The same way for this function. Like first for the group of people, I name them as bricks, right? So for this group of people, they're going to add two numbers. So I'm going to say add two num. So this is their name. Okay, keep in mind you are naming it. You can put any name to them. And then what is important is that you use these brackets. All right, open and close brackets. So this is what tells that this is a function. Very simple. Once more. First, you define the function, just write def. Then you give them a name, any name that you want, and then you put two open and close brackets. Why do we do that? I'll tell you later. For now, this much is enough. Then, of course, if you are doing an if statement, how do you end it? If A is equal to B, how do I end it? How do I end this line? Is this correct? Is this correct? Can
Brother,
anyone
you
point
did
in?
not give values to A and B.
Okay, values to A and B. Let's say I just gave it right now.
Inside the add to number, you did not give any of the
Okay.
variables.
Okay, that is not necessary. Just stays like that. That is because I'll tell you why, but you have to say what is the error there. It's not in this. It's not in this. I want you to tell me what's the error here. That means if you
Brother,
still
if is a
remember.
condition statement,
Yeah, it's a condition statement.
you did not put a colon.
Yeah, colon. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Charvi remembers it well. Others also, you have to keep it in mind. Colons are pretty important. If you forget that, it won't work. So now if you do it, it'll work. So since it's not equal, it is not going to print anything. All right. Now back to the functions. In the same way that we did for the if statements, we are going to add a colon in the last to say that the function starts from here. That's it. Once more, you define it, you give them a name, two brackets, and a colon. That's it. Next, you start teaching them. You teach them how to lay bricks right. In the same way, I'm going to teach them how to add two numbers. So there was number one. Num1 is equal to, for now, I'll just give the value directly. And num2 is equal to 4. Now what do I do? Print num1 plus num2. All right. So what will happen if I run this?
9.
9. Okay.
9.
Any other answers?
9.
9. Okay, everyone is saying 9. Let me run it. Nothing happened. I'll try running it again. See, there's no output. Why?
We have to keep add two numbers.
Add two numbers. No, I didn't get it.
In the print open brackets, we have to keep add two numbers.
Okay, add two numbers. We'll do that. Add two numbers. Yep, I
Brother,
did
it is
that.
not that quoted marks. Only add two numbers without
Yeah,
quoted marks.
without quotations. Okay, will that work? Is that correct, Tejasri?
Maybe.
Maybe. You forgot it.
Brother,
Yeah.
We have to remove
define
num1 plus
define is not a condition statement.
Define is not a condition statement. It doesn't go on conditions.
Why is there a colon? The colon.
I mean, it's not only for condition statements, right? You use for loop. For is not a condition statement. Remember, only if else is a condition statement. For loop, while loop is a loop. We still use colons there. It is to signify that after this colon, the rest of the things are functions. I mean, it belongs to this function. If it was an if statement, after this colon, whatever is there, it is for the if statement, and so on. Whatever is intended, all right, wherever the space is there, that belongs to the if statement, function, or loops. Did you understand?
Yes, brother.
Okay. But still, Tejasri,
Yeah, brother.
you forgot how to do it. How can you print
No.
text? If you are printing text, you use colon. If you're printing values, that is
Yeah.
variables, we don't use colon, right?
Yeah.
Not colon, sorry. We don't use inverted commas. Since these are the variables, we don't need any inverted commas. Only for strings, I use inverted commas. Okay, don't forget that. So still no one pointed out the mistake.
We
It is very easy. Just
After
write it.
number 2, print space. Before print space.
Before print, Space. Okay, the indentation is not there, but it's there, right? It's there here. Okay, I'll tell you the answer.
Wait. Is it about calling the function?
Yeah. So remember, wait, look at this. Where's the pen? I'm not getting the pen. I'm not getting where the pen is. Wait.
Brother, I think that's what Tejasri said.
Yeah.
What did Tejasri say?
Brother, you wrote add to number after define, right? I think she told write that after print and before
Yeah.
num1 plus num2.
Yeah.
Before num1 plus num2. I'm not getting it. Sorry. What should I write before num1 and num2?
Brother, in the first line, you wrote add two nums, right?
Yeah.
Copy that and write after print and open bracket.
Okay, this one. Yeah. I mean, that's different from what Tejasri said, but I'll tell you why we are going to do that. Can you explain why we are doing that, Charvi?
No idea, brother.
Okay, so what Charvi said that is, we have to do this. Why do we have to do that? No idea. Wait, I'll give you the idea. Wait. A quick. So we were doing the building, right? So I was standing here. I want them to lay the bricks. The three brick guys, I want them to lay the bricks here. So if I just stand there like this, tying my hands, will they come and do it automatically? They won't, right? So they say I just trained them and I kept there. They are just doing them, they're just minding their own business. And if I just stand there and I didn't call them, then what will happen? They won't do the work, right? So I have to call them. Bricks, come here, lay the bricks. That I have to call them, right? Or else they'll just stay there. That is why it's important. Uh, oops. Yeah. So that is why it's important. I train them how to add two numbers. I taught them how to add two numbers. Now what I should do? I should call them, right? Then only they'll come and do the work. So that is why what Charvi said here, this is how we call the function. All right. So I just taught them everything. And later what I'm doing, I'm just calling the name. What is the name? Add to num and this brackets, don't forget it. So every function has this bracket after them. We'll go to that later. So this is how we call them. All right. So you teach them and then we call them. Now, if you print it, it's not still not working because it's intended. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you call it, it should print 9. That's it. It's that simple. So you give them a name, you teach them something, then you call them. They will come and do the work. So I can do this again. Add to num. They'll come and do the same thing again. I can do this like few times and it will print 9 that much times. I don't have to copy this code and print it that much times. Lines are saved. So that's why. So if I call them, they'll come and do this work. In that way, I can do multiple functions that have been taught different works. If I call them, they'll come and do that work. That is the use of functions. This will be very useful if you are creating big application. And for the example of where you will use it, I'll take the example of a game, of any game. So in any game, so you have to give a function where if you press this any key, say right arrow key, if you press right arrow key, then the character must move to the right. So I'll keep that as a function. So next, whenever the character or the player presses the right arrow key, I will call that function and it will do that. So in that way, it will be very useful. Even for applications, it will be very useful. So that's how you do the functions. And just a second. Yeah, these are the very basics of the function. of how you do the function. And now one more thing is that, yeah, returning it. Go there later. But right now it feels very boring, right? It only does the same thing. So we can add, we can teach it differently. Like num2, it asks the user for the input. Input enter number. So in that way, whenever I call it, I can enter a number and it will add it with the initial number. That's how you do it. All right. So there is something called returning the value, but I will go with that later because it's a bit more complicated. I mean, it's not that complicated, but you have to be familiar with this one. Then only you can go with the next one. All right. So now we got an idea of how we can create a function. I hope this is clear. Is it
Yeah,
clear?
brother.
Any doubt?
No,
No,
brother.
brother.
Okay. A quick example. So there are two members, all right. So I teach them to mix the colors. All right. So let's take blue. Now, I just say, yeah, so there are two members here. All right. In this function, imagine this was a function and I name it color mixer, anything like that. So what it must do is that every time I call the function, like, how I call is that I call color mix. Right now I'm calling color mix and I say, mix these two colors, blue. I tell them blue and say green. Green, blue and green. So I call the color mix, and I ask them mix blue and mix green. See, the important thing here is that I'm giving the two inputs. So here I didn't give any inputs. Like here I gave the numbers, right? I didn't do that. I'm just saying that there are two values here. And while calling, I gave two inputs. That is blue and green. So if I give this, then it must mix those two numbers, two values, and it must give a different color. Say, let's take blue and yellow. If they mix blue and yellow, we get green. So the output must be green. All right. So the important thing is here is that while calling the function, you give two inputs. All right. So the next time again, I can call the function here saying that color mix. You can say blue and red. Again, I can call the same function and I can give two different inputs. Last time I gave blue and yellow while calling. This time I give blue and red. So it will give purple here. Here it will give not green, it will give purple. So the thing is that each time I call, I can give a different parameter. It's called a parameter. And then it will give the output. As you can see, for each of them, I'm calling, here I just give empty spaces. And then when I'm calling them, I give two inputs and then it gives the answer for it. So that is the concepts of parameters. So the fancy term for that, whatever I gave in between here, right? For the fancy term is that it's called parameters, right? It's very simple. So now while defining the function, okay? So yeah, while defining the function, I said to give this brackets, right? So in this brackets, I'll tell you why we need this brackets now. We give the parameters. So for the color mix one, I gave two empty spaces, right? while teaching them, I gave 2 empty spaces where I can put the colors later on. So that empty spaces is a variable. I can put any variable. Say number 1. This is one empty space. And number 2. This is another empty space. So these both are empty spaces or parameters. Now what you do is that you take that whatever they put in the empty space, you're going to take that. So first, when I gave blue and green to the empty spaces, they're going to take those both and they're going to mix it. In the same way, now what I do is that I'll print whatever they've given in that empty space. So num1 and num1 and num2. All right. So what I'm doing here is that there is 2 empty spaces here. The user or I can put any of the numbers in the empty spaces, and it's going to take that empty space, whatever I put there, and it's going to add it, just like the colors. Now, how do I call it? So when do I give the values for the empty spaces? While calling it, right? Like for the colors. So here also, I call the function. And inside this, for the empty spaces, first one is num1, right? So I can give any value for num1, that is 4. And for num2, here it's given, right? I can give 5. So in the same way I did for colors, here also, I'm just giving while calling, giving the values while calling. So now the answer must be 9. So I can do this again. Same function, add to num. I can give different numbers, 5 and 8. 13, see? So first we did a function where whenever I call it, it will do a fixed work. All right. Next here, we created a function where it does according to what we give. So whatever we give, it does the work on it and it gives. So if I say add 2 numbers, that is what I wanted in the beginning, right? I said, what if I just type add 2 numbers and I gave 2 numbers and it just added it. That's what we did right now. It's that simple. It's not that complicated. See, only 5 lines. So you can do it as much time as you want and it will do the function. So what does it do? It adds. So what does it add? Whatever you give to it. So that is how functions works. This is the most basic form. Try practicing it and you will understand it. Then we'll go with the higher or advanced ones. For now, the class time is over. We started at 7:05, we'll end at 7:05. All right. So that's it. I hope you understood the topic. So any doubts? Anything is okay.
No, brother.
Okay, no doubts.
No, brother.
What
Okay.
will we do in the next class?
In the next class. So what Ian said is that we'll continue with the Python, a bit intermediate level. We won't go too advanced. We'll go with the intermediate level. And we will start merging the WeJump 2.0 idea and our idea. We will do that. Don't worry. We'll think of it and we'll do that. So for now, we'll continue with the new topics. Like right now, functions was done. We'll go with some basic topics that are required. If you're creating any application, this is not advanced one yet. This one is required. This is a very basic one that is required for any project that you're doing. So if you have taken part in any other project, you might have seen these functions a lot. So that's why it's very required. That's why I taught it. So we will complete all the required part and then we'll continue like that until we get any updates on how we are going to do the tool-based and the project-based one. For now, we'll continue with the tool-based one. Is that okay?
Brother, when will be the new members joining our team?
New members. Actually, they said last week, but we haven't seen any new members yet. We'll see that. But till they come, we'll continue with our topics, any new topics and stuff. Anytime they come, we can do it, right? We can start splitting. So till that, we'll continue with the current way.
Brother,
Yes.
what about STG?
SDGs, yeah, we should discuss that. This should go together with our tool-based learning and project-based learning. So SDGs, we'll choose it in the next class, and then we will try to do it. I'll discuss with other team leaders, whether they are doing it. I mean, sir did say to do that. So that's why I was saying that. So I will ask others which one they're doing so that we can choose a different one if they already chosen it. So we'll discuss on that too.
Brother, what about level 3?
Level 3. So we are not going to level 3 because since as we know, some of you might know, we are going to go with WeJump 2.0, right? So it's a different one. We'll do tool-based learning plus project-based learning, according to what the answer said. So there won't be any level 3. We'll continue with our teams. So that is what we are going to do now. Is that okay?
Yeah, brother.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, if there's nothing, then we'll end the class.
Brother,
Yes, Tejasvi.
uh, can, can you explain about how to do apps?
Apps, like in what sense?
Like
Can you
anything.
give me an example? Like all the ones you see on Google Play Store or anything else, or any small level?
Like we have in conference, Tanishka sister and Leo brother did now.
Did they do an
App.
app? Was it a web app or general app? I think they did a web app. I don't know. Does anyone remember?
Brother, they did VSnap.
Sorry?
VSnap.
Yeah, we
Oh,
snap.
VSnap. Okay, it was a web program, right?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, it was a web program. That one was did with HTML, same that we did with our team. We also did a web app. It was an app.
Oh.
Yeah, so we use HTML for that. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These three languages are used for website development. So that's what we used. And they also probably used that. Might be some extra languages that they might have embedded it, but it's still a web app.
Okay, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Okay. There's nothing else. So we'll end the class. Thank you everyone for the time. And we see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.